Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif makes his debut on world stage on Friday when he addresses the 77th session of the UN General Assembly. He will highlight the massive devastation left behind by the deadly climate-induced floods and appeal for international help to deal with the catastrophe. Pakistani leader is the 12th speaker in the 193-member Assembly's high-level debate on its fourth day. Some 140 world leaders are participating in this debate. It is the first in-person session of the General Assembly following the COVID-19 pandemic. On Thursday, the Prime Minister told journalists that UN Secretary General plans to hold a donors conference either in New York or somewhere in Europe to raise funds for Pakistan's flood victims. The Prime Minister said that while the date of the proposed donors conference has not yet been finalized, it will be held soon. On Wednesday, French President Macron offered to hold a donors conference in Paris when he met Prime Minister Sharif in New York. He said that France was ready to host this conference before the end of the year, aiming at contributing to the rehabilitation and reconstruction of flood-affected people in areas of Pakistan. On August the 30th, the United Nations and Pakistan appealed for $160 million in emergency funding for the flood victims. But earlier this month, UN officials disclosed that so far they received only 1/4 of that amount. The donors conference would augment UN-led efforts to collect funds for the victims. Earlier, the Prime Minister inaugurated a Pakistani-sponsored exhibition of pictures from the flood-affected areas at the UN headquarters in New York. At another news briefing, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Hina Rabbani Kar, told journalists that the Prime Minister had a brief interaction with US President Joe Biden at a reception on Wednesday evening. He described the interaction as constructive and forward-looking.